Check, check, check. You don't even know me. You don't even know me. We're all my hookers. That's what hook fans call themselves, right? Hookers. What's going on? What's up, my friends? Can we get hooks in the chat? Can we get some damn hooks in the chat? What's up, y'all? Hold on. Give me a second. I'll start this stream off with a small statement. I guess if you didn't enjoy tonight's show, then I just don't think AEW is for you. If you haven't enjoyed the past 3 weeks, AEW just isn't for you. I can't remember the last time where it truly felt like I was watching a 2019 episode of Dynamite, but with the 2024 roster, if that makes sense. It's so crazy. I haven't, and I'll get into that later, but yeah, guys. JD probably didn't enjoy it. Well, we don't care about JD around these parts. Yeah, if you didn't enjoy this, AEW isn't for you. Anyway, show kicked off with Dustin versus Christian for the TNT title. It was a good little match. It was what it was. I assume that Dustin is gonna hang it up pretty soon. I don't know how soon. I'm just speculating. I'm just going based off nothing. I'm just recklessly speculating. And oh, match starting. So yeah, that match was we all expected Christian to win. Christian got the win. We got a Swerve promo backstage where dude, Swerve is just a star. How many more times do I have to say it? He dropped a pretty cold ass line where he said, "The clouds can open up and God can can show up and Hangman would stand a chance against him, but he still wouldn't beat me." He said something like that. I don't have the exact quote. And I was like, damn, that was a cold ass line. So they're building up Swerve, Hangman, and Joe pretty well. Orange and Trent versus Commander and Penta with a returning Rey Fenix at ringside. That was really cool to see. He's been out since, I think, October, if I'm not mistaken. And it was good to see him. So yeah, after the match, we get Roderick Strong and the Undisputed, what is it? Undisputed Kingdom? Sorry. Coming out, and Roderick Strong officially challenges Orange Cassidy for the international title. But we're going to have to wait until Revolution. I get it. It is a pay-per-view match, and Roderick is probably finally going to win it there. But damn, they announced it super early. Wait, hold on. And then, so yeah, we're getting Roderick versus OC for the international title at Revolution. That should be a good one. But Roderick has to win that. Like, if Orange Cassidy wins that, I will be baffled, and it'll be a dumb decision. But no, I don't think Orange Cassidy's gonna win at Revolution. That's the good part. Mark Briscoe, man, had a beautiful tribute for his brother. Jay Briscoe. It's the 1 year anniversary of his passing. Dude, this promo got me, man. Where he mentioned how his nieces were in the car accident as well, and one of them was told she would never walk again, and then they walk out. That was freaking beautiful, man. Like damn, that's real life. That's not wrestling. That's real life. And I miss the Briscoes, dude. If I can be honest with y'all, I just straight up miss the Briscoes. I'm glad I got to see them live on Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor in 2018. I'm glad I got to see them live. But yeah, that really nothing else to say, man. It was great, and I hate that it took a tragedy for Mark Briscoe to get on TV, but I'm glad that he's consistently on TV. I just don't want him near the Hardys. I know he was with the Hardys. What was it on Rampage last week? Keep him away from the Hardys, please. Like, please. The Young Bucks. We finally heard from the Young Bucks after their surprise return last week to end the show. And you guys ready for this? You guys ready for this? I actually enjoyed this. I'm actually interested in the Young Bucks again. Finally, like this was a perfectly heel. Like it's different enough from anything they've done. They're leaning into the dumb shit that people say about them online, and I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it. Like for all the people that think I hate the Young Bucks, I enjoyed this shit. It was good. They need to do this. Just lean into what the dumbasses say online. Lean into it. What was it? Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. And the way they were taking credit for Renee Paquette's paycheck, and they're leaning into being EVPs finally, and how they started the company, and they addressed how the locker room started becoming toxic, and obviously we all know who that was in reference to. That was in reference to you guys know who that was in reference to. It was a reference to Yuka Sakazaki. So yeah, man. They were shooting. They were saying that the locker room was toxic. And yeah, I don't know. I like this direction. I hope they keep it this way. The minute I will tell you this. The minute that they involve Brandon Cutler on TV, I will completely turn on this. I'm telling you ahead of time. So I hope that it's just these two doing their own thing. I really hope that it's just the Bucks, no one else. They don't need anyone else. Just lean into being EVPs. The minute they involve their geek friends, I'm gonna 100% turn on it. But yeah, this is good for now, man. And I saw a lot of people bitching and complaining that the Young Bucks are going to be Sting's final opponents. There's literally no one better. They've never faced the Young Bucks 2v2. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Bullet Club Gold versus Mobile Embassy for the ROH Trios titles, man. Bullet Club Gold got a new theme. Apparently, Austin Gunn produced it. It's not a Mikey Ruckus track. And if you guys heard the song, in my opinion, it's pretty damn good. I like it. Like, I don't know. Bullet Club Gold can just make anything look cool, and they look like stars making their entrance. I like the new theme, honestly. It feels like they're really leaning into Bang Bang Gang these days, more so than Bullet Club Gold. And Honestly, I wouldn't even mind if they just completely drop the Bullet Club branding. But I don't think they're gonna do that. I just think they're still gonna be Bullet Club Gold, and we'll have to see what happens with the Acclaimed, because Bullet Club Gold won the ROH Trios titles. They finally have some gold. Bullet Club Gold finally has gold. Yay! And the Acclaimed, they're like kind of how do you say? Not foreshadowing, because they're not foreshadowing it. They're telegraphing, more like it. A unification of the AEW and ROH Trios titles. And if that's the case, I'm all for it, man. The less titles, the better, dude. So I'm assuming we're gonna get the Acclaimed versus Bullet Club Gold at Revolution to unify the Trios titles from both Tony Khan promotions. Adam Cole cut a promo with Wardlow. I thought it was okay. Nothing newsworthy. Deonna Purrazzo versus Anna Jay. I thought this was decent for what it was. When Anna Jay's in a match, I don't really expect like a technical masterpiece. But Deonna had a good showing, and it's pretty cool how she's being pushed like right out of the gate. AEW rarely does that, but I think with in the case of Deonna, I think it is worth it. Like, she's a former world champion, multiple time world champion, I think, from Impact. So yeah, I think that her being pushed instantly, I think, what is Joe doing? Oh, I'm Joe. I thought I was Slick for a second. I think her being pushed instantly is warranted. But after Toni Storm presumably beats her, it's how she's going to be used afterwards. Because if she's just going to get lost in the shuffle afterwards, then that's my primary concern. It's cool that she's being featured in the top program right away, but if she gets lost in the shuffle afterwards, then it's the same old Tony Khan booking, which you can't do. As Mercedes is still on the way, nobody knows when. Nobody knows when. So if anybody says they know, don't believe them. What else do we have? Private Party versus Top Flight. Hot take. I'm not into Top Flight like a lot of you are. They need a gimmick, bro. I don't know. The Private Party are great. I'm glad that Private Party are back, and I'm glad that they got the win too. They need to be built up. I think it's crazy that they've been with AEW for what? How long is AEW now? Like 5 years, is it? And yeah, man, I think this year might be their year. It feels like Tony Khan is finally investing in his own talent, guys. Like, Hook in the main event. Private Party are being featured prominently. The Young Bucks are back, front and center. I really do feel like, I feel like this is gonna age badly, because everything I say ages badly. But I really feel like Tony Khan finally learned his lesson when it comes to Fed merchants, all the guys who jumped ship from WWE to AEW. And I'm not counting guys like Adam Cole or Bryan Danielson who left WWE by choice. I'm obviously talking about all the guys who wish they could be in WWE right now with Triple H, like, well, you know who. Not even gonna name names. I feel like Tony Khan is finally realizing, I need to push the guys who want to be here. And yeah, and just use the guys who he expects will stay with the company, which I don't see anything wrong with. And I brought it up in a few streams ago. But Tony Khan hasn't signed any of the WWE names that got released in September, which I think is great. Dolph Ziggler's in TNA. Mustafa Ali is on a world tour. Dana Brooks in TNA. Matt Riddle's in New Japan. Dolph Ziggler's also in New Japan. Jack Perry's in New Japan. We'll talk about that right now. So yeah, man, I really think that's part of the reason why these last few Dynamites have felt kind of nostalgic. If it's weird because they feel nostalgic to me, but the roster is so different. Does that make sense? But there's still a lot of day one. There's still a lot of day one people. But obviously, you got to push the people who want to be there. Like Will Ospreay's about to come in. Mercedes is about to come in. And these are people who are choosing to sign with your company. So, who knows how many more of those we have left, guys? As in, like, how many more big names are going to enter free agency that actually want to be in AEW. I don't know how many of those we have left, but the thing is that the ones who are left are big names. Like I said, Will Ospreay, Mercedes, those are big names that are about to come in. And AEW is being very careful with who they sign now, which is great. At this point, only sign the stars. You have enough mid-carders, you have enough decent wrestlers. What you need now is the big stars like Jay White from last year, Will Ospreay, Mercedes, and high upside prospects like Mariah May and Nick Wayne as well. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. I'm sorry, I went on a bit of a, what do you even say it? Ah, damn. A bit of a rant. Sidetracked. So, what else? What else am I missing? Hook versus Joe. Ironically, the match I was playing. Hook versus Joe. I love the main event, guys. I didn't want it to be a competitive match, and we did not get a competitive match. We got what it needed to be. Joe basically kicked Hook's ass for like 15 minutes, or like less, like 10 minutes, and Hook got his little comeback in, which was great. He kicked out of of a muscle buster at 1. He looked strong, man, and I think it was the right kind of match. I loved it. Like there were what was it? A Uranagi that Joe hit on Hook to the announce table. That was nasty, bro. I loved it. So I loved the main event. Hook was choked out in the end, and Samoa Joe retained. Nobody expected Hook to win, but what we expected was a good showing for Hook, man. And I think the match did what it needed to, and Samoa Joe is the perfect champion, man, to start off the year, to get the vibes back. And that's part of what I was saying, man. Hook is part of those. He wasn't there on day one, but he was pretty damn close. He was pretty damn close to being a day one guy, and he's obviously a prospect for the future. And it feels like this is a year where Tony Khan is really investing in like Hook, Daniel Garcia. Who else? Like, in other words, he has picked a few people who he wants to push to the moon. And I think that's great because they're both people who want to be there. All right. Oh, yeah. And then so the ending was great. So after Hook got choked out, Joe was leaving the ring, and then Hook basically did the Jeff Hardy Undertaker thing from their ladder match on Raw back in 2002, if you guys ever saw that. Hook basically was yelling at Joe, "Is that all you got?" And Joe came back into the ring, hit him with a muscle buster, and he still he got back up, and it was beast, man. He was calling out Joe again, and then Hangman comes out to make the save. We get the ending with the camera cutting from Swerve on the crowd, Hangman in the ring, and Joe on the ramp. So yeah, they're heavily telegraphing that triple threat at Revolution for the world title. And dude, I don't know. I think Revolution has potential to be one of AEW's best pay-per-views if it all goes to plan. We'll see though. I can't speak too soon. All right. All right. What kind of nonsense are y'all speaking in the chat? Oh yeah, I forgot that Joe gave Hook a low blow the second time he came back in the ring. I really don't know who's gonna win the world title. Like, it's easy to say, oh, Swerve's gonna win it, but they might hold off until the next pay-per-view cycle. We'll see. Who saw my ranking video? Yeah, that's true. Once Hook really is like the main event guy they want him to be, they got to do Joe versus Hook again with Hook getting the win. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I've been enjoying the shows. They're not perfect. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, oh, they're the best show ever. But compared to what we were getting for the majority of the past 2 years, where it was hot and cold and inconsistent, at least I know in these first 3 weeks what AEW wants to be, and I don't know, that's more than what I can say for 2022 and 2023. Even though last year had great pay-per-views, and don't get me wrong, last year wasn't horrible either. It was inconsistent, man. And what I asked for before 2024 started, I was like, I just want a consistent year, man. Just know what you want to be. Oh, I missed an important detail, guys. There was a Darby Sting promo right before the main event. Well, a pre-tape, actually. And Darby mentioned that he wants to be tag team champions with Sting. So I really don't know. I mean, I know what it means, obviously, but I'm assuming they're gonna head into Revolution as tag team champions now, which is pretty huge. I always wanted them to hold the tag team titles, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna beat Ricky and Big Bill. I just don't know when. So yeah, that makes me pretty happy. If Sting holds some gold before his retirement, man. Why is Shibata doing the yeah, we need to get this I think the tag team, obviously we all know the tag team division fell apart, especially in 2023. Like, what the hell was the division in 2023? I feel like FTR, although a lot of people don't want to admit it, I feel like FTR like busted their ass to try to make it work. Because the Young Bucks had an off year last year. Y'all can't lie. This year I'm hopeful that everybody steps their game up. From the Young Bucks to FTR to Private Party to what else do we have? The Guns. There's so many tag teams that they still have that can step up to the plate. Yeah, man, I'm pretty hopeful. I know some people are not. Some of you in the chat are never gonna like AEW. I don't know. You guys are. I don't know why you guys waste your time, man. Like, and I don't mean this in a mean way. If I don't like something, I don't watch it, dude. But I don't know. I'm liking it. And Collision looks pretty good. We're getting Brian. So finally, Brian and Moxley are back from their New Japan excursion. It's not even an excursion. It was like a few weeks. So yeah, Collision looks good. I don't even know what the trios division should be anymore, but if Bullet Club Gold are champions, I can at least anticipate that it'll be better than with the Acclaimed. How much of the blame should go on the Acclaimed, and how much of the blame should go on Tony Khan? I think most of it should go on Tony Khan. A lot of people are blaming the Acclaimed. But why aren't people blaming Tony Khan? I mean, sure, the Acclaimed aren't as popular as they used to be, but you guys would be surprised. A lot of people on social media are blaming the Acclaimed. Anyway, that New Japan show on what was it, Saturday? During Collision was really good. Shingo Takagi versus Jon Moxley was a banger. And then I'm not gonna lie, guys, Will Ospreay versus Okada, it might have been like their tamest match. It wasn't a bad match by any means. It was just pretty tame compared to the classics they have. And then we had, I guess, what should talk about is Jack Perry showing up with a beard and tearing up his AEW contract in the middle of the ring. I think this is a good way to get Jack Perry back into the wrestling landscape, because I saw someone put it pretty well. Like if he came back in AEW, if he was being pushed, people would complain that, oh, he's being rewarded for the CM Punk thing. If he was being buried, people would say, oh, he's being punished for the CM Punk thing. So the fact that he's gonna do some time with New Japan, I think was actually a smart choice, man. And I'm not, y'all know me. Y'all know me. I'm not a Jack Perry fan by any means. Like, I think he has a lot of potential, but out of all the pillars, I don't know, he's the one that moves me the least. Yeah, man, I think this has high potential for him, but we'll see how it plays out. It's easy to say, oh, this can be huge for him, and I hope it is. I hope he proves me wrong. I hope the bastard proves me wrong, man. I hope he comes back a star, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. yeah, the excursion, it can, you know, I really think more people should go on excursion, man, from AEW. In particular, in the women's division, like send Anna Jay to Stardom for for half a year, bro, and and it'll do wonders for her. Look how great Mariah May is for, you know, the amount of time she spent in Stardom. Naito is perhaps the best excursion of all time, in my opinion. like holy shit, that guy became a star because of his excursion. In my opinion, like the greatest excursion of all time, man. Yeah, Megan Bayne is another example who has benefited tremendously from going to Stardom. Yeah, man, I don't know. For the first time in a while, so I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm not as passionate about wrestling as I was maybe like 3 years ago, but I am actually looking forward to shows for the first time in a while. Like, damn, like I can't wait to see what happens next. You know what I mean? Like that kind of feeling. I had that feeling a few times last year, but not consistently like this. Like 3 weeks in a row now, I've had that feeling, and so I'm gonna. It's like I said in the first stream of the year, I'm gonna be careful with what I say this year before I say AEW is back. I'm not gonna say that until I see months of consistency. Because who knows, next week Tony Khan can book Jeff Jarrett on Dynamite, and I'll be pissed, man. So I'm gonna wait and see. Approach. If y'all haven't seen my rankings video, I say, why the hell haven't you? Please help out those views. Kevin, yeah, that makes sense, man. I get it. If y'all saw that video, I think I made some compelling arguments to bring back the rankings, like changing from a top 5 to a top 10. Not every belt has to be ranked. Not just the number one guy is the only one who can get a title shot. That way things can be more flexible. Because the original rankings, man, were too restrictive. It booked Tony Khan into a corner a lot, and he was way too overprotective back then of his stars. I think now after the Continental Classic, he's learned that your stars can take losses and it won't hurt them. So I think changing it to a top 10 and making things more flexible to allow more possibilities, I think it could work. There was some, I'm sorry to use this word, but there was some idiot that commented on the rankings vid, yes, bring back rankings and bring back Dark and Elevation. And I was like, did you even watch the video? I said one of the reasons why rankings work is because Dark and Elevation are now gone, and now people can't stat pad by beating jobbers. Wrestling fans are weird, bro. You know, speaking of wrestling fans make me embarrassed to be a wrestling fan like 95% of the time. Beating jobbers is important. No, not really, no. I mean, you don't need it. You don't need a whole show of it every week, though. Come on now. People who want Dark and Elevation back are fucking serial killers. Why would... like, Dark was literally 2 hours. At one point, it was 2 hours of just jobber matches. I'm sorry to hear that you enjoy Dark every week. I'm so sorry to hear that. Couldn't be me. Steven, it's like that all the time, man. I put up a video and people don't even watch. They leave their stupid little comments. You know, back then I used to reply to them and just like talk crap to them, but now I just let them scream into the void and be unacknowledged. I think that hurts them more. Look, Dark. Okay, guys, I don't need you guys debating about Dark in the chat. You know what? Dark was okay when it was like 3 or 4 matches. When they started doing like 12 matches of just squash matches, and nah, that's dumb. Yeah, pretty much. Dark was okay when we didn't have Rampage. I agree. It was okay. Darby versus Jeff Hardy on Rampage. That's crazy. That's weird. I'm not excited like others are. Jeff Hardy can't go like he. Not even like he could back in when they first wrestled each other in what, 2022 was it? Yeah, Statlander versus Queen Aminata for Rampage is actually like super cool. Bro, at this point, I'm glad that the Hardys have been relegated to just Rampage exclusively. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I would prefer if they just weren't in AEW at all. But at least they're on the most skippable show now. Yo, what the hell will be counted out here? Romney's Queen Aminata is already signed, bro. Well, she's like on a tier deal. She's not on an all elite deal, but that's how a lot of people started. Like Sky Blue, who else? I think the Acclaimed for sure. Her losing every time doesn't matter, bro. Like, haven't you guys learned that that's how Tony Khan books people at first? she'll eventually get like her actual feud and stuff. She'll get her official graphic of is All Elite, and she'll be fine, bro. Like, I wouldn't worry about her losing all the time right now. Like, a lot of people went through that. Yo, what the hell? Yeah, her losing isn't that big of a deal to me. Like I'll see you in 1 year when if she's not officially on an All Elite contract, and it's okay, bro. You have to lose before you start winning. Can someone tell that to Miro? Can someone get Miro out of my company, please? I'm so tired of Miro, bro. Get rid of Miro. I would trade Miro for, let's see, who would I trade Miro for? There's not many people from WWE I would take. Maybe Gunther, Walter. Ah, damn. Yeah, I think him for Sheamus would be like a fair level trade. I would take that deal anytime. Anytime. Bring Sheamus, bro. And you know what? I didn't used to like Sheamus. He really won me over. Oh, look at this. Look at that glitch. You know when Sheamus won me over? I saw what was it? Clash at the Castle? And, like almost 2 years ago. The one where they buried Drew McIntyre in front of his home, like his hometown. So yeah, Sheamus. And then I saw the three-way from WrestleMania last year, and that was pretty good as well. Ah, damn, I'm about to lose. 2 in a row? I always lose. Where's Browsen? Tell me I always lose. Browsen, tell me.
Here is your winner, R.B. Allen.
Sheamus in the BCC would be crazy. And he would fit in perfectly. That'd be pretty dope. Y'all are dumb. Chad is roasting me. That's what's up. Yeah, I do always lose. You're right. You're right. I'm not denying that. Yo, pretty soon we're gonna get Will Ospreay in. I know I've said that multiple times, but that's just crazy to me that Billy Goat is gonna be full time with AEW, man. It was an okay show tonight. Says PGR enjoyer. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was like a I thought it was good. I wouldn't say really good or great, but it was consistent, man. Consistent. That's all I ask. Like, as long as it's okay, you know? As long as we don't get, like, Jeff Jarrett or the Hardys or who else? QT's finally gone from my company. Yo, did y'all like the Bullet Club Gold theme? I thought it was sick. Yo, I need Billy Goat versus Jay White in AEW though, with all their history in New Japan. It's crazy the amount of history Will Ospreay has with a lot of the roster, actually. Especially, of course, the obvious one being Kenny Omega. Apollo, you didn't like the theme? Why? I like the theme. It was pretty good. It could have done with the Bullet Club at the beginning, and then they would have been like perfect, in my opinion. Hey, Romneys, don't be sad. I'm pretty sure they're gonna unify the trios titles, man. They uploaded the theme, guys, to their official channel, so you can actually hear it. For those saying that you couldn't hear it on the show. I don't think they're ditching the Bullet Club name, but I don't think they are, but I wouldn't be surprised if they slowly did, and they just call them Bang Bang Gang instead of Bullet Club Gold. Oh no, Kevin, don't talk about Jinder Mahal, dude. I didn't even want to address that shit because it was stupid and... With that being said, I will be watching the Royal Rumble. When is it? Next Saturday? So I can hopefully laugh at the people who think Mercedes is going to be there. That is a good point. AEW hasn't really referenced Deanna's time in TNA/Impact, which is weird. I kind of think there's some heat between the companies, man. Nobody has said that, but it just feels that way. Am I the only one who feels that way? I'm watching the Rumble for Andrade. Nah. Mostly for... Brace yourself, guys. But I'm mostly watching it for Punk. But I know that it's gonna be like... I don't know, I just can't stand WWE like commentary and the way they all talk in buzzwords. It's weird. Yeah, I really do feel, man, like there's some heat with TNA and AEW. I wouldn't be surprised if TNA does hate AEW. I mean, it was always weird to me how TNA let Tony Khan do those those promos during Impact every week. I know they were in kayfabe, but it was just weird that they let that happen. Did they mention Impact when she made her debut? No, I'm talking about like her debut this year, not when she wrestled for AEW in 2022. A lot of anti-AEW signs at Hard to Kill. For real? I didn't see that. I think what's funny is when WWE fans this past weekend saying that TNA would surpass AEW. Like, please be for real. These people live in an alternate reality, man. It's crazy. Jack Perry in New Japan. What do I think? Talked about it earlier. I said that it's actually the right move for him, and I hope it works out. In other news, my good friend Andrew Zarian, who I mention all the time because he's very accurate, he mentioned that there might be something different with Forbidden Door this year, guys. You guys want to recklessly speculate what it is? I don't think it's going to be in Japan for those who are going to say that. I think what people forget is that the point of Forbidden Door is New Japan expanding their brand beyond Japan. So instead of it happening in the Tokyo Dome, I think it's possible it could happen at in Mexico. CMLL joining in would be sick. Yep, Kevin, Julia did not want to be in AEW. So why even make an offer at that point, bro? Like I wouldn't personally. Ah, damn. Bro, isn't it crazy how and I've seen some WWE fans, I don't even want to say it, but I'll say it anyway. Some WWE fans implying that Tony Khan has tampered with New Japan talent. But anyway, isn't it crazy how AEW has signed a good amount of the New Japan world title scene from over the past few years? We have Jay White, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega. Supposedly, I don't think Okada was ever leaving, by the way. But imagine if he went to AEW. I don't think it's gonna happen, and I wouldn't want it to happen either. Kenny Omega as well. Juice? I remember Juice, yeah. Yeah, I know it's not tampering. Don't tell me. Tell WWE fans. They're weird, bro. I'm not really wasting my energy on them in 2024. I'm done with all that. Man, I miss Roosh, man. He hasn't even been gone that long. And I already miss him.
Here is your winner, Will Osborne.
Will Osborne. That shit always catches me off guard, bro. Will Osborne. So stupid. That's his WWE name. Will Osborne, can you imagine? Had he signed with them? Billy Goat. Oh yeah, I finally got a win. I didn't even realize it. Such a foreign feeling to me. Yeah, anyway, Collision looks good, man. So I'm excited for Collision. Um I might catch Rampage on like DVR. That's usually what I do anyway. Or I have it as background noise when I'm like editing my video. My latest video essay. But yeah, guys, it was if I had to rate it out of 10, I think it was a 7 out of 10 Dynamite, I would say. Not the best, but it was pretty. It was good. It was good. It was not great. It was not perfect, but it was good. And that's all I can ask for right now. And like I said, consistency as well. So here's hoping that next week it's still consistent. And yeah, man, that's all I ask for. So stay tuned for my next video essay. I don't even know what it's going to be about. But we shall see. Yeah, the FTR House of Black story has been pretty solid on Collision as well. But yeah, guys, I think that's it for me. Appreciate you guys coming through. And the WCW conspiracy, I actually now that now that you mention it, that's a good one. Consistency is way better than hot cold. Hot cold, I agree, Steven. I agree, y'all. Yeah, guys, you guys have a good night. Thanks for coming through. And I should be streaming after Collision this Saturday for sure, since there's nothing. Well, you know what? I don't know. No, I'm pretty sure I will be. But all right, guys, have a good night on my Trankers or whatever we call ourselves. I don't even remember. But all right, peace.